Hello, my name is Benjamin. I wanted to talk about superiority today. The reason why I even thought about a topic like this is because what a young lady said that somebody sent to my email address. And this lady was bragging about how much she loved Donald Trump because he said what most people wanted to say, and that is, why are you bringing these black and brown people over here to America? And I think one of the things that's not addressed as much as you hear the word white supremacy and you hear the word superiority, and I just wanted to get a little more in depth on superiority and what that actually supposed to mean anyway. Anyway, superior people would not have diseases, schizophrenia, bipolar, major depression, anxiety, methamphetamine addiction, opiate addiction, heroin addiction. They wouldn't be psychopathic behaviors, the jealousy, or they wouldn't be pathological liars, enforced slavery, or have delusions of grandeur. So I don't even understand the sense of superiority when they actually suffer with colds, heart attacks, health issues just like everybody else. Second, I would like to say there's no such thing as a black and white cultures, because that does not describe cultures. Cultures are described more like where you came from, what religion you are, and things of that nature. My car is black, but what I wanted to do was I wanted to read you guys something right quick, and it's from my book. It's called Ambitious Rebellion, and this book is about relationships, love, hate, sex, hypocrisy, deception, and addiction. And it's just wrote a chapter about superiority, and I just want you to just check this out. In humanity, dominance is not the same thing as superiority. A superior culture would be a culture that possesses superior innate and internal attributes, such as more compassion, loyalty, empathy, kindness, honesty, love, generosity, tolerance, patience, understanding, self-restraint, and leadership qualities. Their mental, physical, and emotional health would be unmatched by any other culture. This type of culture would have the confidence to develop an equilibrium with the world around it. It would build a system of support for all others. It would be stable and content emotionally, psychologically, socially, and void of insecurity. It would trust in this natural state of superiority and never be threatened by the possibility of losing what belongs to them. Its willingness to share would be the evidence of the confidence it has in its superiority. A superior culture would be the guiding light to the way of justice and equality. The superior culture would be like having a healthy parental figures, protecting their children, raising them in a functional home, paving the way for future success and superiority. That what a superior culture is. I have not seen that from the so-called superior cultures that was evident in this society. I haven't seen these type of behaviors. However, this is what I have seen. A dominant culture can be the exact opposite of the above mentioned components. Let's look at what has been deceptively placed in a socially superior position that only appears to be superior. Better yet, let's explore the means in which this irrational myth was formulated and continues to be supported and exacerbated now by the administration here in America. All right. Our society, the so-called superior race, is at best a pathetic notion of believing some cultures are superior to others just by the pigmentation of the various shades of skin. This culture set out to be the superior culture, and even went as far as to create the existence of God in their image, and even implanted the concept of God as being all-knowing, all-loving, most kind, and in control of all things. And at the same time, gave to God a spirit of wrath, destruction, and everlasting torture, and punishment if not obeyed. If I were to describe the building blocks of being pure evil, I would start with dominance and control. I would create a sociopathic way of life, supplanting fear, chaos, and even the extinction of other cultures, if necessary. This campaign would be completely void of humanity and will only be structured by power. The welfare of others would not be included. There would be only torment under the rule, no sense of fairness or equality, or even the slightest hint of sharing or kindness. Every aspect of dominance would be administered, no matter the level of pain, misery, or unthinkable conditions. There is but one objective, and that is to assure a psychological, social, and a physical sense of superiority. I would have to make it clear that there is no measure of hatred I am not willing to display to cement this despicable form of control to ensure a sense of inferiority amongst others. Every planned and mastered sense of the path of superiority would be implemented. I would strip them of self-worth, cultural identity, self-reliance, self-respect, self-love, self-honor, and pride. I will constantly place conditions and reminders of their place in inferiority and helplessness. I would always prove their fragility by taking away any credit of self-achievement, or even a sense of self. My torture will be swift, exact, and exaggerated to the point of death, and there will never be a show of remorse or regret. No matter how heinous the act, it will always serve for the greater good of superiority. I would put on public display cruel acts of violence and dominance and convince our culture that this is what's best for our way of life and most beneficial to our loved ones and the future of our next generation. I would condition our culture to believe the downfall of other cultures is directly connected to the safety of ours. Sadly enough, there is no such thing as a superior culture. There is just greed, fear, hate, and false pride. Out of all the things I ever been through in my life, there's one thing I have never felt. And I've been down with drugs, and I've been jailed and kicked out of school, and I don't know, just numerous things has happened in my life. But through everything that has ever happened in my life, I have never, ever felt a sense of inferiority. Never, and never will. Oh, those of you who tuned in, hey Sharon, hey Harold, have a great day. Love you.